baseball, and softball. The Bucks and Padres are next.
He struck him out! Clear the deck! Cannonball coming!
This afternoon from PNC Park, the Buccos and the San Diego Padres. We're going to pay tribute to youth baseball and softball. Gregory Polanco and Austin Meadows there shown when they were playing Little League ball. And a lot of Little Leaguers, youngsters getting ready to watch the Pirates and the Friars. The Bucks dropped a 6-2 decision last night, and they get a big bat back in the lineup this afternoon. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk and Robbie and Smikowski. We're talking about their spark plug. Josh Harrison comes off the DL. He's right back in that lineup and leading things off.
Absolutely great to have him back out there. He brings so many different things to the table. One of the things is, see the enthusiasm of that little leaguer in that picture?
Oh, yeah.
He brings that in an adult's body to the big league field. It's not just the batting average, but the things he does when he's in the dugout. He gets animated. He gets everybody fired up. He's a great defensive player out in the infield. That makes the pitching better. He makes everybody better when he's out there playing. Thank goodness we got him back.
Allegheny Health Network injury update. He is back. Nick Kingham optioned to AAA Indianapolis. On the mound today for the Pirates, a guy who's 5-2, 10th lowest earned run average in the National League, and that's Trevor Williams.
Well, Trevor Williams, he really hasn't been in our rotation for all that long, but Greg, I can make an argument that he's kind of the ace now. He is the most consistent guy that we send out there every 5 days. You know what he's going to give you, and that's something you really look for from your starters, especially a #1 type guy. And just like all the starters that we have, he pitches very well here at PNC Park. That's where we're at this afternoon.
Boy, look how young he is, too, for those great numbers. That's excellent stuff from Trevor Williams. The Pirates getting ready to take on the San Diego Padres. Yep, we're ready to play ball. Hope you are, too.
To be fun and played with joy. It's the same for big leaguers and for little leaguers. The jubilant feeling when bat meets ball. The fun of flying around the bases, or the joy of making a jumping grab. No matter the age, the game always brings a smile to the face of those who play it. Whether they're dreaming of someday playing in the major leagues, or their dreams have already come true. Today we celebrate the boys and girls for whom fun is their only motivation needed to play this game. And remember kids who may have grown up, but still feel that way at heart.
Yeah, the kids are out on a Kids Sunday, ready to watch the Pirates play ball, but they are big leaguers today as they get ready to greet the Pirates, and they take the field. And before the game, big leaguers like Stephen Brault signing autographs.
I think that was a handful of bubble gum there.
He said, "Hey, quiet." He said, "Shh, don't tell anybody."
There's a hatful of bubble gum.
Jay Hay back. Nice job for the first pitch. Luca Natali, Dave Natali's son from Dick's Sporting Goods.
I know we've talked about this before, Greg, year after year, but I still can't get over what the excitement that these young kids on Sundays must have when they get to go out on the Major League Baseball field and run to a position, talk to the players, get their own personal autograph.
Such a thrill, isn't it?
I can't even think about what that would have been like.
Yeah.
50 years ago for me to go on Dodger Stadium and run out there. Oh, my goodness.
Forget
it would
about
just been. It would have been incredible.
Well, they're all fired up. They've got the autographs. They said hello to their Pirates heroes out of the various positions. Check out the Padres starting lineup. They're trying to win this series. They've won the last 2 ball games after dropping the first game. Travis Jankowski leads off. Then it's Eric Hosmer. Jose Pirela is at second. Christian Villanueva tied for 4th in the National League with 11 homers. Homered last night. Franmil Reyes in right. Freddie Galvis, the switch hitting shortstop. A.J. Ellis catches for the first time in the series. Manuel Margot in center. Jordan Lyles will be on the mound. Travis Jankowski.
Keep him off the bases.
Yeah, he was a spark plug again last night. 3 for 5. He has been on fire since being called up at the end of April.
Scoring runs, stealing bases. Thought it was highly unusual last night to see him try to lay down a 2-out bunt with a runner at second. But
got it done, and then Andy Green praised him, said that's a great baseball play.
That's a horrible baseball play. I disagree 1,000%. But we'll get up to the beginning of the game here now. There's Trevor's outstanding numbers.
A little odd that you noticed that he had stopped warming up in the bullpen for several minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe an attempt to be really strong out of the gate, though. If you look at the numbers, he's been pretty strong home and the road in the first inning. Now last year the splits had a really rough first inning throughout his rookie season. A 6.12 ERA in the first inning last year, but for the most part pretty good this year. A little pop up in the shallow center field, and Austin Meadows makes the catch. Honda defense just saw Meadows make the catch at center, his 3rd straight major league start. Corey Dickerson in left, Gregory Polanco in right. Colin Moran, Jordy Mercer on the left side of the infield. Jay Hayes back at second. Josh Bell at first, and Francisco Cervelli has caught 2 of the last 3 runners stealing.
Change up down and away. One of the kind of few non-fastballs that you'll see from Williams over the course of a game. Loves to use that number 1. Yeah, got a call there.
Umpiring behind home plate, Tom Woodring. Will Little at first, the crew chief at second, Ted Barrett. Ron Kolpa at third, and Eric Hosmer, who has 3 hits in the series. 7-game hitting streak came to an end last night, 0 for 4, but drew an important first inning walk. A bizarre first inning for Nick Kingham. First pitch, Jankowski grounded out. Then Hosmer had an extended at bat, drew a walk, and then 3 straight doubles, and the Pirates were down 3-0, and that was it for 7 innings. Kingham really settled down. Retired 13 of the last 14, 17 of the last 19. 2-2 on Eric Hosmer. Much like last night, 3-2.
Really trying to stay away from him. That's a little unlike Williams. Loves to pitch inside. He is amazing the way he can throw balls by people in fastball counts. 3-2 is kind of a fastball count, and even though he's not really a hard thrower, and it's because of location. Look at the glove. Did it move? I mean, he could have been trying to hit a little glass of water or something. It wouldn't, whatever the target.
Better than a hula hoop.
Much, much better than a hula hoop. He could hit that Rawlings tag. That's the kind of control that he possesses a lot of the time.
One ball, one strike on Jose Pirela. And a bouncer to third. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Williams. Jay Hay will be leading things off. Josh Harrison is ready. We check out the RAV4 starting lineup. Gregory Polanco will follow, then Francisco Cervelli with Josh Bell hitting cleanup. Corey Dickerson has a 7-game hitting streak. Colin Moran at third. Austin Meadows is in center. And there's Jordy Mercer on your screen, pictured as a little leaguer. His third 3-hit game this month last night. Jay Hay. Spent a little bit of time in Altoona this week, rehabbing, getting some at-bats. Jordan Lyles, his third straight start, began the year in the bullpen.
Opponent batting average.
Jay Hay's back. Jay Hay is back. Hit by the pitch April the 15th. So he is playing in just his 15th game, and he singles to start the bottom of the first.
There's so much he brings. I mean, the base hit's great, but just the enthusiasm. I think about the feeling in that dugout that he is back out there. I mean, a lift to everybody. The defense, the base running skills, and the attitude all comes together in a little compact package. How bad's he want to run right now?
Oh, you know it. Itching to take off. A.J. Ellis has thrown out just 1 of 13 trying to steal against the Padres this year. A couple of strikes on Gregory Polanco.
Out away from him. That's usually where he likes the ball. The center of the. He likes it in the strike zone, but in the outside half. That's where we see him get a lot of his hits. Most pitchers try to keep the ball in on him. Everybody playing over on that right side.
Towards center field, Margot. Makes the routine catch.
Excellent job on the rotation, everybody on defense.
Here is the defense. Margot in center. Travis Jankowski, Franmil Reyes, the wingers. Christian Villanueva, Freddie Galvis on the left side. Jose Pirela, Eric Hosmer on the right side. And A.J. Ellis, veteran backstop.
It was neat watching how the infielders were rotating out of that shift to try to make sure every base was covered up. There, watch Galvis will go out. Villanueva, he's going to go to third. He's going to look over his shoulder, going to point his second, make sure Pirela has got that bag covered. And everybody has to do that, of course, because you got Mr. Havoc on the bases over at first. He's tagging up. Will he go? Will he not go? You better have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted when he's out there. And that time, Padres all making the correct moves. We've seen over the years when teams have shifted, sometimes there's a little confusion out there where everybody is going to go after the ball is put in play, and they've left bases uncovered.
Really thinking that now Harrison's going to take off. Francisco Cervelli at the plate.
Decent lead.
Wow.
Close.
Lyles kind of slings it over there. Yeah, right on the money. Cervelli, last night was 0 for 4, 0 for 6 in the series. Skips up there.
Lyles has a nice little slide step too. He's not taking much time to deliver that baseball. Quick pickoff move and a slide step, making it tough on Jay Hay to do anything.
He's 27 years old and came to the big leagues as mainly a starter with the Astros.
That stopwatch is carried to time the pitcher's delivery. Not timing runners, anything like that. It's all about the pitcher's delivery. When he moves until that ball hits the catcher's glove.
Jay Hay wanted to go, and then for whatever reason, didn't like it, shut it down in a hurry. 2-2. Talking to Camara Barti, who had that stopwatch.
Had a pretty good jump, it looked like, and it was a breaking ball.
Down on strikes goes Cervelli.
Change up. The change up and the curveball are the two off-speed pitches that will dominate. They're throwing a lot, been very successful with the curveball. They're looking at his velocities. Lyle's the 5th hardest curveball in baseball. I mean, he really spins it up there. Gets it up there about 84 miles an hour. That's A.J. Burnett territory. It's a hard hook.
Another throw over. His velocity on all his pitches apparently has ticked up after moving to the bullpen, and there goes Jay Hay. Had a good jump, but fouled off by Bell.
That was the curveball. Dive, helmet flying. He's back.
Bell, a little 5-game hitting streak going for him. Went 1 for 4 last night. '94, that had some giddy up to it.
94 is, according to my cheat sheet here, is just a tick below his average fastball this season.
Driven deep to left. Jankowski. As Bell sends Jankowski back to the warning track, Pirates strand a man. It's 0-0.
Pirates annual Play Ball event. It was a free event for all area youth ages 5 to 14. That was held on the field this morning. Our own John Wayner took part in a Q&A with Pirates hitting coaches Jeff Branson, Jeff Livesey. Also offered up hitting tips and drills that kids can work on at home. It was a special day before the game. And now we are pleased to be joined after this pitch by Brian Jacobson. He is the Pittsburgh RBI program coordinator as we get the ground out to shortstop. Brian, for those people that may not know, can you explain what exactly the RBI program is and how it benefits local youth baseball children around the Pittsburgh area?
Absolutely. The RBI program is reviving baseball in the inner cities. Our goal is to facilitate baseball programming in the inner cities in many of the communities that otherwise wouldn't have quality baseball programming. So with the cooperation and the partnership with the Pirates Charities, we bring coaching clinics, field maintenance clinics, and we help facilitate a good quality baseball program in these communities. And our goal is to actually grow the program 25% year after year.
And here's hoping that happens. Now, for people that may be watching and that might want to lend a hand, what exactly can they do to help?
So what they can do is go visit pncpirates.com, go check out Pirates Charities, and you can donate through the Pirates Charities, and that will help support programs like the RBI program.
All right, good stuff, Brian. Well, thanks for doing this, and we wish you the best of luck with everything going forward.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right, Greg?
All right, Robbie and Brian, thanks so much. We're saluting youth baseball, softball, play ball program. A lot of ways to get the kids involved. This ball's hit hard to right center by Franmil Reyes and Polanco. Nicely done. Franmil Reyes, he is an intriguing young hitter, 22 years old, 6'5", 275 pounds. Just called up this past week, so Trevor Williams retires Villanueva on the ground out, Franmil Reyes on the drive to right center. Now Freddie Galvis.
There definitely is some young, raw baseball talent on this Padre team. Getting a good look of it last few days. Reyes, one of those guys that just tearing the cover off the ball in El Paso this season before he got called up.
Galvis, one of a handful of veterans on the team, traded this winter from the Phillies. He's 3 out of 12 in the series. Showing bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trevor Williams, of course, you know by now, San Diego native. His dad, a longtime Padres season ticket holder, and he grew to love the game of baseball, going to Padre games as a youngster. 1-2. The first time he's faced his hometown team. Stay 1-2 on Reyes, on Galvis rather.
Oh, nice catch down the line.
Good day to bring the gloves, young and old alike. Can't get a chase from Galvis. There's Jay. So far so good for Trevor Williams. 6 up, 6 down for the Pirates starter. 0-0.
is brought to you by the law firm of Bordas & Bordas. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. Let's go Bucks!
There's young Joe Block playing Little League ball. There's Big Joe.
I'm not sure I would go as far as saying big. There's older Joe.
No, I'm going to call him Big Joe.
Big Joe?
Yep. Corey Dickerson is going to fly out to Manuel Margot. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Dickerson a 7-game hitting streak. Jordan Lyles gave up a leadoff hit to Jay Habe. Point Park University news feed. West Virginia Power third baseman Dylan Busby has been taken by ambulance to a local hospital after taking a fastball to the head. Busby in the Pirate system, playing for the West Virginia Power. Sarasota, Florida native out of Florida State University, drafted last year. We'll hope and pray that that is just precautionary measure, and we'll try and update you. 0-2 on Colin Moran. Just his 4th start in the last 9 games. The Pirates have seen their fair share of lefties. So Colin Moran has been out there every day at third base for the longest time. As Jordan Lyles retires Colin Moran.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, number 17, Austin Meadows.
Kid Sunday, young PA announcer, helping Tim DeBacco, and Austin Meadows, 3rd straight major league start. And he swings at the first pitch. That was what the Pirates were doing a lot of last night. And look out, a confusion there. Now Meadows at first.
You know, Greg, I think there has been a little confusion out in several times with Jankowski in the outfield, hasn't there?
Yes.
In right field, center field, and now left
yeah.
field. Seen the same situation arise. Now, in other times, there's been kind of like an emergency catch made by somebody.
Right.
This time it actually fell in. But he's had some problems with his infielders, and I think one of the times was even with a fellow outfielder. The common denominator with all those is he has been involved. You never know where to place blame on that. That one right there. If he never called that, then there's no reason really for Galvis to give up on it. But every time there's been some kind of a problem, he's been one of the guys in the play.
Left field's been kind of a Bermuda Triangle for opposing teams this homestand.
Yeah. You have to play a little extra deep, obviously, with all that room. And it does challenge you then to catch those little dunkers in front of you. And on most teams, really, your weakest defensive outfielder on most teams is your left fielder.
Galvis gobbles it up, and he will throw on and get Jordy Mercer.
cheering for the San Diego Padres, and he was a pretty good San Diego local high school baseball player, was Trevor Williams. In fact, his senior year in 2010, he made the All-San Diego baseball team, and here's a certificate with a list of those players, and you see the 3 Pirates that are circled: Joe Musgrove, Stephen Brault, and Trevor Williams. Also on that list was Tony Walters, the catcher for the Colorado Rockies. Now, all those guys played against one another in the high school league, except for Brault, Musgrove. They were teammates in high school, but all those guys played together, Greg and Bob, on a team called the ABD Bulldogs. They were a travel team from ages 16 to 18. And guess who else was on this team, okay? Corey Hahn, Trevor's former teammate, who now works for the Arizona Diamondbacks, was injured at Arizona State University. But also on that team was Michael Lorenzen, currently with the Cincinnati Reds, and Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies. Could you imagine how good that team might have been? I can't imagine they might have even lost a game ever. Imagine facing that group in high school.
That's impressive. Very impressive. As A.J. Ellis leads off here against Trevor Williams. 6 up, 6 down. Joe Musgrove will start. Pirates announced next Friday. He'll make his Pirates debut against the St. Louis Cardinals. Two and two on a veteran catcher, former Dodger A.J. Ellis. Austin Hedges on the disabled list for the San Diego Padres. So Rafi Lopez has started the first 3 games of the series. Three and two, and Williams will walk his fair share, but he just does not give in.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen when you're trying to hit spots, even on 3-1 pitches, 3-0 pitches. You're going to walk a few people. It's like making an omelet. You got to bring an egg.
What? Strike him out. Second K. Trevor Williams, a couple of strikeouts in the ball game, 37 punch-outs for the season. And again, entered today's action with a 2.72 ERA, which is 10th lowest in the National League. Carlos Martinez of the Cardinals, a 1.62 ERA, the league leader.
Speed up there now in Margot, but hasn't been hitting for much. Below 200.
Toward left center field. Here comes Meadows. Now Meadows, notice that in spring training. Don't know about where he ranks in terms of just sheer speed, but he's very graceful in the outfield. Saw down in Florida for parts of 3 seasons when he was playing in major league games.
Yeah, he doesn't have that look about him like he's a sprinter or anything like that, but we do know that he has base stealing speed.
Here's the pitcher Jordan Lyles with a strike called. Rich Hill on the DL. That blister issue cropped up again. Left Saturday's game after just 2 pitches, and Trevor Williams through 3 innings. He's been perfect. here at PNC Park. And before the game, Joe Klemchak, who was the ballpark announcer, along with Tim DeBacco, hosted a Q&A session with Pirates Adam Frazier. Our own John Wayner was on hand to help MC the event. Jose Osuna was there, along with hitting coaches Jeff Branson and Jeff Livesey, part of the Play Ball Initiative. Some great questions and great answers. Talking mainly hitting today with the youngsters, but I think she's ready to make a great defensive play. As are they. And here is Trevor Williams.
We need to start talking about hitting today in this game.
Yeah.
It's been all about pitching to this point. See if Trevor can help his own cause out. Not known as a great hitter, but he's got a knock.
And that's a fair ball.
He's got 2 knocks. Far enough. Oh.
He thought about it,
Spoke
but
too soon.
not much of a reaction there. Let's go.
Now everybody's looking like
Yeah, okay. He's doing it with two hands, the steering wheel.
You see what? Of course, he pulled him back to the bag like, hey, okay.
Yeah, don't be, yeah.
With the steering wheel, let's look for some signs here.
Don't be worried about getting the other signs to your teammates. Let's do this first. Just past Eric Hosmer.
First one Hosmer hasn't caught all series.
I know.
Catches everything down there.
Well, Josh Harrison led off the first with a single to left. So Jordan Lyles, who's coming off the near perfect game against the Colorado Rockies, has already given up 3 hits. Lyles flirted with the perfect game, retired in the first 22 Colorado Rockies. His last start 5 days ago in San Diego before that was broken up on a Trevor Story single. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Jay puts a charge into one, but Margot has a beat on it. Or does he? No, they can't make the catch. Trevor Williams, nicely done on the base running, will wind up at third as Jay is 2 for 2 as he doubles to deep center.
Margot just kind of coasting on that. They put him in the other night for defense, and there was a couple of shady defensive plays out there. And this one here, I mean, he's not putting his head down and running to a spot. It's just kind of coasting, and then leaps before he gets to the fence and doesn't make the catch.
Great look here on the Allegheny Health Network
Superbone. He's just coasting right there.
Now he thinks, oh, I got the fence coming, but he had plenty of room.
The ball hit the padding down by his feet, and he wasn't even looking.
Trevor Williams.
That's what you're supposed to do. Go halfway, just kind of loiter around, see what happens. Ball was not caught. Turn it on, go to third.
Golden opportunity now. Of course, the Pirates had so many chances the other night. Jay 2 for 2. Bucks left 13 men on base Friday night, falling 3-2. They could not come up with that big hit. It's up to Polanco. 2-0. And A.J. Ellis gonna burn an early trip here in the third. Lyles began the year out of the bullpen and moved into the rotation to replace Brian Mitchell. Andy Green, the third-year skipper. And hoping for Polanco to deliver here.
I always thought that sign was for you.
No, you didn't now. Come on.
Yeah.
You really did. 3-0 to Gregory Polanco. Wow, that green light that comes up empty.
This might be a little higher than he wanted, but that's outside half of the plate. That's not high. That's belt high. That's a good pitch to take a run at 3-0. Can't fault him for swinging at that pitch, but like to see him drive it out of here.
This is popped up. And is it playable? Ellis, no.
Thank you.
Three and two to Polanco, who's driven in 22 runs. And
Greg Polanco.
Yep, in case you didn't know. Pirates are 13-1 when he drives in a run. Just gets a piece of that one.
Change up looked like.
Wow, goes down swinging, not a good at bat there.
Nope, he got several pitches in that strike zone. Hit to the outfield. They were all belt high. Right there is your basic hanging breaking ball. Another belt high pitch. Not a good at bat.
One out, infield still back. And Cervelli struck out swinging in the first against Jordan Lyles. Lyles struck out 10 Rockies in 7 1/3 innings when he flirted with that perfect game.
The curveball doesn't have much of a break on it. It's not a real big breaker, but it is quick. That one at 85. Which does remind me of AJ's curveball. You remember it was kind of a nice little short downer that he could command really well because there wasn't a ton of break to it, and he would throw it 84, 85 miles an hour. Now I was always kind of amazed by that because he was, to put it mildly, a little older than everybody else. Had lost a lot off his fastball. Wasn't really that power fastball. Never lost anything off that curveball though.
And a drive to center. This is plenty deep. Margot back. 1-0 as Francisco Cervelli collects RBI number 25. Trevor Williams trots in.
Margot was kind of still going back as he caught that. You would have thought that with a runner tagging at second base that he would have got back and caught that moving in. I'm thinking Margot is really being fooled on the depth of these balls. That he doesn't realize how deep they are until the end. See how he turned around there, put his back
and then he
to the
still
fence,
backpedaled.
and then caught it while he was backpedaling.
Jay Hay, the double, advancing to third, 2 outs. Josh Bell lined a ball to the warning track in left field in the first inning. Cervelli on the swing, and he jammed a finger diving back to the base on a pickoff attempt the other day, so as a precautionary measure, Clint Hurdle did not start him. Just taken for a ball on Friday. Home plate umpire Woodring said that Bell offered 2-2.
Ahead of the bat, all across the plate.
Still 2-2. Cervelli, Sean Rodriguez.
Cervelli always involved in that conversation with somebody.
Lays off. Tough pitch. 3-2. Corey Dickerson. Should Bell reach? And that's hit pretty deep to center. Margot puts that one away. But the Pirates put a run on the board. Francisco Cervelli's sacrifice fly scores Trevor Williams.
All-wheel drive RAV fourth inning. Toyota, what drives you?
There's Jordy Mercer as a young little leaguer playing for the Dodgers in Tologa, Oklahoma. And there's the Pirates shortstop. The Bucks leading 1-0. Remember, the Pirates went to Williamsport last year to play in the first Little League Classic against the Cardinals. Travis Jankowski takes ball 1. That's a big cap.
Take an umbrella. Be nice in the rain.
Two-one count on Jankowski. Showing bunt.
This would be a fantastic time for
this
him
would
to
be
get a
good,
bunt base hit.
But last night he bunted with 2 outs and a runner at second for a hit. Broken bat. 1 out.
He's only hitting 380. What's the chance of him driving in a run from second?
When you bunt, not good. Sundays, Kids Days at PNC Park, and a week from today, the Pirates hosting the Cardinals. Big series coming up. All kids 14 and younger get a pair of camo socks thanks to Powerade and sheets before the game. A lot of fun on Federal Street with a family fun zone after the game. Kids run the bases. Go to pirates.com/kidsdays. 3 with the Cardinals next weekend. Then the Chicago Cubs are in. Memorial Day game. Afternoon contest 1 week from tomorrow. Pirates will play in a charity golf outing tomorrow morning and then fly out to Cincinnati, have a 3-game series against the Reds before returning for that homestand. And a base hit. The first base runner is Eric Hosmer.
Opposite way on the ground. I think Trevor will accept that. A single from Hosmer the other way through the infield. Ground ball.
Raving about Eric Hosmer's presence on the field and in that clubhouse, talking to Padres folks about the free agent they signed over the winter, Jose Pirela. Pirela bounced to third in the first inning. Couple of strikes on him, and Pirela didn't like that call.
Following the glove. It must really be a lot of fun for Cervelli to catch.
Yeah, he
Trevor
must love
Williams.
it. Yeah.
Just kind of like playing I've said this before, like a video game where you call for a certain pitch in a certain spot. And with Trevor Williams on most games, that's what you're going to get.
8-12 first pitch strikes. Went back in there. Didn't get the call that time.
Just a little further inside, and you can see Cervelli. See that little movement of the glove, kind of trying to bring it in a little bit. Trying to make the umpire think it was a little closer than it actually was. That's right there.
Called third strike, 4 Ks for Williams.
Can't keep taking borderline pitches with 2 strikes on you and not walk back to the dugout. Eventually one of them's going to get called. Right there, the glove never moved even a fraction of an inch.
Cool look there, huh?
Yeah, cool blue.
Drive toward the left center gap.
Somebody catch that.
Toward the wall, and a line drive. Home run for Christian Villanueva. 2-1.
Dozen home runs for him now in a year. I'm a little surprised that carried out of here, Greg. I thought somebody might catch that.
That was a bullet.
It didn't look like it had the trajectory that it needed as it left the bat. But when you hit him that hard, you don't need to hit him that high.
It's the 6th given up by Williams. Williams stunned. That got out. Comes back with a breaking ball to Reyes. What a find Villanueva has been. Bob mentioned with a dozen home runs on the season, which leads all rookies. Twice as many as teammate Franchi Cordero among rookies in the league, and just 1 home run behind National League leaders Ozzie Albies of the Braves and the Nats Bryce Harper.
Hey, you put Cordero in there where this guy's hitting right now. See young power.
Colin Moran. Oh, Williams was rolling right along, then a hit and a 2-out homer, and now San Diego up. The Padres' third baseman, hit off of Trevor Williams. So bottom of the fourth, Corey Dickerson will lead things off against Jordan Lyles. Five, 6, 7 in the order. Gets that call. Lyles back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen with the Rockies. 2016, mainly a reliever 2 years ago. Exclusively a reliever with Colorado last season, and the Padres picked him up in August when he became available, and he made 5 starts. And not very impressive. 9.39 ERA, but doing good work out of the bullpen this season, and then decided to give him a shot back in the rotation, and this is his 3rd straight start. Cardinals, Rockies, and Pirates now, and looking for better results against Pittsburgh. He's 0-5 lifetime against the Bucks with a 7.82 ERA in 9 career outings against the Buccos, and this should be routine for Hosmer. Back to the studios, and Dan Potash with a game break. Highly unusual after all those games as a reliever, one-time closer, the veteran Sergio Romo. Tampa Bay is doing things differently. At least a couple times a week they've got those so-called bullpen games, and well, results, they're 22-22 on the year. They've won 6 in a row. Colin Moran takes 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit one back to Jordan Lyles, his first time up. And to Margot in center. Trevor Williams got last inning started with his base hit to right. But this inning looking a little like the first and second frames for Lyles, and much like Clayton Richard last night, who threw 9 or fewer pitches in 5 of the first 7 innings. Clayton Richard last night, incredibly efficient. Austin Meadows popped the ball up to shallow left. Confusion between the left fielder Jankowski and the shortstop Galvis. Dropped for a hit.
One of the things that always seems to be common, Greg, when you get these outings like Richard yesterday with the efficiency, lots of ground balls.
Speaking of that, 2 more in the inning against Lyles. Out at Gunner's Lounge, paying tribute to the late great Bob Prince. Austin Meadows had one of his cousins tweet this out. Abby Everett earlier this morning. Full circle, congrats cuz. And that is a shot of him playing for the Little League Pirates, and then his banner outside PNC Park. Saw that when he arrived the other night.
What's a bucko? Always a bucko, right?
Yeah.
I like that shot. Nice.
Making his debut in the big leagues on Friday night. Freddie Galvis bounced out in the second. Former Philly shortstop. The Phillies taking on the Cardinals this afternoon. They're scoreless in the second. And up the middle, and Trevor Williams just could not flag it down. Galvis, a leadoff hit.
He was the only guy who had a shot at that one. Hit to his glove side. Looked like he just didn't have the glove down far enough. Right underneath it. Not much time to make a lot of adjustments with the glove. It's hit pretty quickly. And another firm ground ball right here. Jay.
Well, is certainly a candidate to hit the ball on the ground, and this time Williams does not get that call as he looks down at third base coach Glenn Hoffman. is. His brother Trevor will be going into the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown this summer. One of the players that Trevor Williams would go see as a youngster with his dad, who was a longtime Padres season ticket holder, Tony Gwynn and others. Time is called just as Williams was ready to move out of the stretch, begin his motion. Tom Woodring behind the dish. Galvis has attempted 6 steals, but he's been caught 4 times. The Padres do run a bunch. Polanco, gonna be a tough play. Can't make the catch. It goes as a double, and Polanco seemed to have caught in between whether to go back or not.
I don't know if it was just me hoping or not, but I thought he had a, or I thought that he thought he was going to make this catch. Didn't look like he kind of right the last moment had a beat on it.
It did,
He
yeah.
He pulls up, gets the glove up there, and then not sure what happened after that. Right? Seems he slows down, and right there, did it go off his glove? Couldn't tell. No, there's trouble brewing now.
Yeah, nobody out. Middle infield back.
Margot, who is a weak hitter, up at the plate, gives you an opportunity to maybe get a strikeout. And then you have the pitcher coming up. So it could be worse. You're in the right spot of the lineup to get out of this mess if you can make some very good pitches.
And Williams tries to make a kick save. Instead, it's Josh Harrison who makes the play. They get an out, but another run. Margot, the RBI, scores Galvis, and Ellis able to move to third.
Yeah, that ball not really hit all that hard. I think it was a jam shot. Didn't really ever have a chance of getting up the middle, but it did knock in a run.
Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. You see where these pitchers are when it comes to the opponent's batting average against when men are in scoring position. Faces the pitcher, Jordan Lyles, with the infield in.
Would they squeeze? Was it the White Sox? Didn't it? What did them try to squeeze on us the other day? Down 6-0.
Yeah.
Pitcher hitting. Definitely, you know, part of the squeeze is surprise, and I think that surprised everybody.
Yeah. And there it is. Going to get the job done. Apparently, a close play and a save call, though Cervelli looked certain in his mind that he got the out. Meanwhile, I wonder about the condition of the man who slid into him, A.J. Ellis. Slow to head back to the dugout. It was a heck of a play by Williams and perhaps by Cervelli. Did he block the plate? Did he get a tag down?
That was a great play, I thought, by Williams. There you see the squeeze as the runner leaves very early.
No.
No, not even close.
No. It's going to be a RBI and a 4-0 lead for San Diego.
I mean, Ellis completely over the plate. He was already the other side of the plate before he was tagged. Because Cervelli just kind of hoping that something happened there where he wasn't going to be safe.
4-2 ball game. 4-1, correction. 4-1 Padres lead here in the 5th. Travis Jankowski 0 for 2. RBI for Lyles on the squeeze. Dickerson, 2 outs. Here's Ellis. Here the bench yelling squeeze.
The only thing you can do about that is already have called a pitch out.
There's nothing you can do when you're into that motion.
No, I mean, if they time it the way they're supposed to,
right?
They're supposed to do it. No, what are you going to do? And if the hitter breaks, just as you're your front foot starting to come down, you're throwing the ball. You can't change anything. That's already locked in place. And the other guy that can give something away would be the hitter. If he squares around early, then you can kind of pitch out on your own, or throw it one way inside. But if nobody does anything to give it away, the only defense is to have already called a pitch out, and then that's just flipping a coin like playing a hunch. I think they might squeeze here.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you can do. Pitchers are the guys that, like we were just talking, we've seen 2 squeezes now, both of pitchers. And the reason that's common and not really out of the ordinary is because pitchers usually don't get hits. So you try to figure out a different way for them to get the run home. So they can bunt. They're supposed to be proficient at bunting. So you put a squeeze on.
Well, Williams gets a strikeout, but Freddie Galvis's ground single and the double off the wall. A ground out, a squeeze, 4-1.
Of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Nissan Road ahead for the Pirates. The off day tomorrow, though, charity golf outing for Pirates charities at Fox Chapel, and then on to Cincinnati. Matt Harvey, a Red, will start game 1 against Jamison Tyone. Then it's Chad Kuhl against Homer Bailey. Reds have not announced who will pitch Thursday afternoon against Ivan Nova. Back home Friday against the Cardinals to begin a 6-game series showdown. Cardinals-Cubs here at PNC Park starting next Friday night. And Joe Musgrove makes his Pirates debut. Pirates, Padres.
Old school, a lot of brown. The uniform that Tony Gwynn made famous.
Jordy Mercer, Trevor Williams on deck, and then Josh Harrison. Jordan Lyles, like several pitchers this season in baseball, flirting with a no-hitter or perfection. Where Nick Kingham, his major league debut, historic outing here at PNC Park, flirting with a perfect game.
But pitching really took charge in the month of April.
And the Pirates have had several, of course, no-hitters over the years. Padres the only team in baseball now without a no-hitter. Three and two. Some call it the curse of Preston Gomez or the Clay Kirby curse. Going back to 1970, Preston Gomez, the original Padres manager, who lifted Clay Kirby. And they have come close over the years. In fact, way back when Chris Young was pitching for the Padres and Joe Randa was a bucko, he broke up a no-hit bid with a home run, 1 out in the 9th inning. Now that's breaking up a no-hit bid against, in this case, Chris Young in San Diego. And now Trevor Williams bunts into an out, a pop-up toward Hosmer in foul territory. There's a former big league pitcher for several teams, Mark Grant, on your left, and Don Orsillo, play-by-play man for the Padres, is having to grind out this day with Mark Grant. Can't be easy.
That's all smiles when you're up by 3.
Look at Mudd. Look at him. What's he doing?
I believe he's talking about his belly. That's what happens when you don't know you're on camera. You know,
that happens. That's
with
right.
your belly.
You never know when you're going to be on camera, so just be ready. Like that's the lesson. I'm going to have to. I might go tell Mark. Jay Hay 2 for 2 as he has returned.
We're going to need a home run ball here today. Need a quick strike by somebody.
Little chopper, going to be a tough play. Josh Harrison is out, according to the first base umpire, Tom Woodring.
You know, Greg, on those bang-bang plays like that?
Yeah.
And I was really reminded of it here. It's like, why even make a call?
I know, we've talked about this.
And see, he hasn't made a call.
Right,
Look,
I know.
He didn't call.
He figured it's
how
almost
many
like
steps is he by the bag before a call was even made?
Right.
Why bother?
Right. It's almost like he was thinking that way. You know what?
Watch
I'm going to make a call.
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah,
There's
he
no
still
call.
hasn't called anything yet.
He's like, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll call something that New York's going to make the call. Your foot's on the base. Ball's still in the air.
Jay
Hay's going, well, you know, call something.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Let New York call
Yeah.
it.
Pirates challenge, and in New York they say he was safe. Call is overturned. Crew chief Ted Barrett. So Josh Harrison, welcome back. 3 for 3. Out since middle of April when he was hit by the pitch, the broken 5th metacarpal. And now
we need a long ball.
Yeah, Gregory Polanco hoping to make up for that 3rd inning at bat. When the Pirates had runners at 2nd and 3rd, no one out, he struck out.
This could be a nice redeemer right here, especially after falling behind by 3 runs in that last inning. Get a big hit. A lot in front of that changeup, I believe.
Ball to strike on Polanco. 8 home runs on the year. Lyles has given up 3, though keep in mind Lyles spent most of the season out of the bullpen. With 1 out, Mercer at 2nd, Jay Hay at 1st. Again comes up empty.
A good fastball at 94 in a good spot. Got it up there around the belt. That's not where Polanco has been making a lot of contact this afternoon. He's had a lot of success there. They're going up there again. Even
Check
higher
swing.
this time. Definitely didn't swing at that.
A little pop up, and Gregory Polanco pops out to Christian Villanueva.
Went inside that time with the good fastball on the hands to pop him up.
Cervelli, sacrifice fly to the wall in center field in the 3rd. Gave the Pirates a 1-0 lead. Checking on A.J. Ellis. Even now. Cervelli 0 for 7 in the series. Freddie Galvis, shortstop, sees the plastic bag, and rather than go retrieve it, tells it to move along.
It's listening. It's moving right along. Like a tumbleweed. Oh, Freddie's going to get it. Does not want that to be in his back pocket.
Matt Brown, Brown's crew, busy all year long. Some crazy weather. So far, so good today. Jordan Lyles strikes out. Cervelli looking.
Hard hook.
4-1 Padres. The youthful exuberance of Josh Harrison on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo. How appropriate on Youth Baseball and Softball Day here on AT&T Sportsnet that Josh Harrison comes off the disabled list, goes 3 for 3.
At 3 of the Pirates' 5 hits. He's definitely had an impact. Trevor Williams was one of them, and the other 2.
Jose Pirela has grounded out and struck out, and Carlos Christian Villanueva on deck, homered, and then Franmil Reyes. Wait a second. She caught that?
I think I saw it on a deflection. I'm going to call it deflection.
I don't know. She's acting like she caught it. Well, either way. Oh, there's a bullet and an out. It winds up in the right hands.
I'm calling deflection, Greg. Right up, see somebody knocked it down with their hand, bounces around.
What a play, though,
bit.
Bob. She looked a little like Robbie. That's how Robbie gets those.
Yeah, deflection.
That's really good. I like the way she did that.
Yeah.
You turn, you know it's going to be there, and you grab it.
I like the Santurce 21 shirt down there. That was nice.
You know, they're like optical illusions, some of those catches. I just want them to look good. I care only about the end result.
Well, I know. That's what my point.
Take a page out of my book, Greg. That's a great description by you. Thank you very much for recognizing that.
It's a great call, Robbie. That's exactly what I do. Ask Bob what I do when I see a foul ball.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Well, that ball, it looked like it went to a good home.
Yep.
It'll sit on a shelf right next to the parrot.
Mm-hmm. And now the description of how it happened.
Yep.
Off the hands, into the lap.
Going over the highlights like a post-game show.
It's like Rob King and Michael McHenry going back and forth there.
This is what happened.
Yep. Villanueva line drive home run his last time up. Just in enough. It's a fly ball to Dickerson. Again, we are paying tribute to youth baseball and softball, and encouraging you to play ball. And if you want to get more information about all that is available, go to pirates.com/playball. And follow the Pirates Play Ball Initiative at Pirates Play Ball. New summer camp programs going on. Find out more about the Team of the Game program and much more. Emil Reyes 0 for 2. He will be 0 for 3. 1-2-3 for Trevor Williams. With the Friars up 4-1.
By Barrel Automotive. Visit our new Kia showroom in Wexford. More vehicles than ever at the very best prices. And by Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates and fans like you. Let's go Bucks!
Well, that kid looks like he is going to be a major league pitcher someday. Jamison Tyone there.
Tell you what, of all the kids we've shown and really shown over the last few years, that might be the closest look to what we see now as a big leaguer. I mean, that you put up a split screen of him throwing a pitch nowadays in that one, there's not a lot of difference other than the red shirt. That may be a younger look on the face, but that the look in the eyes, the determination, the way he holds his mouth, everything the same. Look at that. Tell me that's not exactly the face he makes now.
No doubt.
It's the same.
Growing up in the Houston area. There he is, getting ready for the start on Tuesday night. JMO will face off against the Reds. Pitched a one-hit shutout against Cincinnati earlier this season. Quickly one out here in the 6th. And this Padres team, which boasts a very strong bullpen, held off comeback attempts by the Pirates each of the last 2 nights. And here they are up 4-1 in the 6th.
They got a tough bullpen. You know, even getting rid of a starter who's sometimes pitching very well. You know, that's kind of a strategy. Like, we got to get this guy out of the game. Got to get into that bullpen. Well, doesn't help you out too much with these guys. Pen very tough. You know, I can see as the season wears on, a lot of teams not wanting to play the Padres. As some of these youthful players get more and more experience, and better, and their starting pitching gets better and better. That you can see them coming on, you know, pretty strong second half of the year. They have some talent.
Lyles has gotten Dickerson to fly out and bounce out. He wasn't thrilled with the beginning of the year in the bullpen, Lyles, but admitted that maybe blessing in disguise. That strikeout of Dickerson is his 4th. Head to PNC Park Friday, Pirates Cardinals. Free shirt Friday, first 20,000 fans. Take home a military-inspired Pirates t-shirt thanks to Xfinity, plus a $1 dog night presented by Sugardale. Go to pirates.com/free shirt Friday. Colin Moran. (2-0), a bouncer and a flyout for Moran. Lyles threatens to pick up his second 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. Retire the side in order in the 4th. It's the first 2 men here in the 6th. Other than that 3rd inning, very efficient. But he walks Moran on 4 pitches. His first walk of the day. He's walked just 1 each of his previous 2 starts.
He's getting up there a little bit. 87 pitches.
The second walk, I'm sorry. He walked Mercer to start the 5th.
Probably start watching him fairly closely now. Any kind of a red flag that it could be tiring. With a lot of pitchers, probably even most pitchers at last loss of command. Probably the first thing you start to see. And nowadays, of course, it's so quick you can see what the velocities are. They're on the scoreboard. You can immediately look up and see, wow, wait a minute. He's throwing his fastball at 94 most of the game. Now he's throwing in a lot of 93s, 92s. Now those are things that they can watch for. And more than anything else, they look at the pitch count. Once it gets up above 90, your day is getting close to done. And he's going to make pitch number 90 right here.
Facing Austin Meadows. Out in front, 1-2. gift hit for Meadows in the second when he popped out a ball towards shallow left that dropped between the left fielder Jankowski and the shortstop Galvis.
Yeah, I forgot that was the other hit. You think about it, you get the three hits by Jay.
One an infield single. You got the hit by Williams.
Yeah, and that little pop-up that should have been caught that fell in. It's been a strong game for Lyles.
Meadows drives one toward right. Reyes is back, nearing the wall, and he's gone! First big league homer! Austin Meadows makes it a one-run game.
Yeah, nothing cheap about that one. Yeah, talking about how that Lyles has a couple pop-ups. One pop-up falling in, an infield hit, nobody doing much of anything, and then Meadows decides to take things into his own hands and drive that one out of here. That'll be a baseball I'm sure he'll want to try and negotiate to get back.
Won't be able to wipe that smile off that face. First major league home run.
I think that was one of those real good curveballs that Lyles has been throwing, giving everybody a hard time with. That hard curveball ended up being a hard home run.
Oh, there's a drive to deep left field. Let's tie it up with a Mercer home run.
You know what's kind of amazing right here, Greg? After he threw that 90th pitch, 2 of the next 3 he throws go over the fence. Maybe that 90 is a kind of a magic number.
Back-to-back jacks.
But Mercer, he was really scuffling there for a while to get anything to fall in, hitting some hard balls that were being caught. And now last couple of games, they're falling for him.
And we just went back and cited the handful of hits for the Pirates just as Meadows hits his first big league home run. And a look on the Allegheny Health Network Supermo on that super swing by Austin Meadows. And then seconds later, Mercer homers to tie it. And just like that, that's going to be the end of the day for Lyles.
You know,
first time since August of last year, the Pirates go back-to-back.
They are doing a good job this year in some of these comeback wins, but as much of a trademark as comeback wins, and this one obviously they haven't won yet, but how about how quick, how many few pitches it takes to make these comebacks?
Adam Frazier announced as the pinch hitter. That's when Andy Green called on lefty Matt Strom. Pirates could somehow find a way to get another quick run, they could get Trevor Williams an opportunity for a W. Austin Meadows, his third major league game.
He would have had, that would have been his second home run if that wind wasn't blowing the other night.
Celebrating the home run, his family. And a little dribbler foul. 10th big league at bat, he homers. Meadows hit just one at AAA this season. Jordy Mercer, as Bob said the other night, Mercer would have had one, so would have Meadows. Had it not been for that prevailing wind coming in from left.
And that was kind of during that, right at the tail end of that period, wasn't it, when Meadows was kind of, or excuse me, Mercer was having a hard time getting a ball to drop in for him.
Yep.
Like 1 for 17 or something like that, and then he hit that ball off a pitcher. Can't remember who was pitching, and then he threw both hands up in the air, like finally got a hit.
First major league home run for that man. Good number he's wearing, by the way.
Not too bad right there. Hope he wears it good health for a long time.
When you see that, do you think, is that automatic for you?
Oh
players?
yeah, absolutely.
That's your number that guy's wearing?
Absolutely. Doesn't ever leave. And I like the fact that it's out there. I know some guys are like, oh, you know,
prefer not to have it be worn.
Wouldn't you like it to be not worn for a couple years or something? But I think most players, once they've moved on and retired or whatever, they want to see their old number out there. They don't want to see it, you know, put away and never on a uniform again. Maybe I'm in the probably am
in the minority, but
wouldn't you be like that?
Oh, there's a line shot bullet. Frazier off the lefty Strom.
Wouldn't you like seeing your number out there?
Heck yeah. Jameson Tyone talking to Austin Meadows. Statcast look at the home runs. 102.8 miles an hour. Good exit velocity. Goes 420 feet. And then Mercer, the line drive home run. Here's the bench reacting to the game-tying home run by Jordy Mercer. And now Josh Harrison 3 for 3. By the way, without any disrespect to any of the many Pirates who have worn number 17 since Bob Walk wore it after the '93 season. By far, Bob had the most success with that number. I mean, it's been worn by
I like to call
several Pirates.
Doc Ellis's number.
Fly ball to right. Josh Harrison going to be retired for the first time this afternoon. But with 2 outs, the walk to Moran and then the Austin Meadows home run. First in the major leagues. Jordy Mercer was next to tie it.
Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Levin's, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Jordy Mercer's home run tied it. His third of the season. Austin Meadows, as he went out to center field, an appreciative crowd applauding the rookie. He acknowledges the fans out there, and a pop up to shallow left, and Dickerson races in to make the catch, and that is an out as he came up. Ball pops out of the glove. Freddie Galvis, 1 pitch, 1 out. Edgar Santana on in relief.
A little late with his break on this. He had to kind of wait for a moment before he saw that it was going to be shallow, and came in time and kind of flicked it out of his glove as he was standing up. Oh, he hit it on his knee as he was coming up.
Well, now Andy Green was looking at it. Padres, but they aren't going to challenge the call.
Edgar's numbers on the season. Ponabene was just 214. They're doing a great job against left-hand hitters.
There's Meadows. Two quick outs for Edgar Santana. Austin Meadows receiving a lot of tweets. Hashtag Bucks Booth. Well, the assumption is he's up for just short term with Starling Marte on the disabled list, but won't think that far ahead. Just take it day by day. That's what Meadows is doing. Been impressive. 3 games in.
You know, a lot of time gets spent. You know, what's Team A going to do when player B comes off the DL? Oh, it's only 2 weeks away. It's only a week away. It's only 3 days away. Well, something can happen.
Yes.
Right up till the end. Somebody get hurt, whatever. Right. So cross that bridge when you get to it. I guarantee you that there's probably a number of contingency plans in place, but you just got to wait and see.
Manuel Margot takes a strike. Another rookie here, Edgar Santana. Strike 2. It's Tom Woodring. Santana has picked up his first 2 major league victories. He has really been a stabilizing force in the bullpen. Gonna get a ground ball. He enjoys a 1-2-3 inning, just what the doctor ordered after the Pirates tied it up. Finale of this series on a Kids Sunday, and Tim Tobacco going to make the announcement as everyone will stand here to honor America.
We invite you now to stand as we offer support to our troops here and abroad. We are proud to be joined on the field by Bosun's Mate First Class Benjamin Cheslow from the United States Coast Guard. Benjamin has been a member of the Coast Guard for 10 years. a native of Smithfield, and is joined by his 2 children as guests of the Pirates. We thank you, Benjamin, for your courageous service to our country and for being here with us today. And now here to lead us with God Bless America is Ashley Yankello.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
We invite you to follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
To earn a split of this 4-game series, Gregory Polanco, who has really struggled today, leads off against the lefty, Matt Strom. Polanco, Cervelli, Bell. And ball 1. Polanco came up with runners at second and third, no one out in the 3rd inning, and struck out. And then with 1 out in the 5th, Pirates had runners at first and second, and he fouled out. Second time this series, the Pirates have seen Matt Strom. Polanco doubled off him on Thursday night. A leadoff double that led to the go-ahead and winning run. And the overshift against Polanco.
Got everybody over on the right side. Freddie was kind of sneaking over a little closer to third base and playing in on the edge of the grass, just guarding against a chopper or a possible bunt. But no. Polanco in a situation where they don't think he will be trying to bunt. Galvis moved way back.
Strom, the losing pitcher Thursday night. And a lead-off free pass. The second time that Polanco has reached against Strom, and we go back to the studios for a game break. All right, Dan, as here it is tied at 4. And the batter, Francisco Cervelli. Cervelli, a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. Has also struck out twice. No decision for both starters, Jordan Lyles of the Padres and the Pirates' Trevor Williams. Brewers and the Twins are scoreless after 4. Milwaukee is a game and a half up on the Pirates in the Central, 2.5 up on the Cubs and Cardinals. Cubs have a 6-1 lead at Cincinnati in the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals up on the Phillies 2-1 in St. Louis in the 5th. Yes. Tribute to Francisco Cervelli.
I would imagine that would be a very popular item in the gift shop, wouldn't it? More
I'm guessing she did that on her own.
Well, I'm saying that you're probably right there, but
she got
if
the
that
29
was
jersey.
a sale item, I think that would really go.
Well, you could do that. You can order your own, you get the 29 jersey and put whatever name you want on the back, and that was very clever.
Thinking that won't be the last one we see.
Right. The ever popular Francisco Cervelli, looking for his first hit of the series, 0 for 8. And a fly ball hit pretty deep toward the wall, but Margot, and again Jankowski, like he was converging in on that ball and finally veered off at the last. 1 out will bring up Josh Bell. Travis Jankowski has been involved in some near collisions. That would have been a disaster. Josh Bell, 3 fly balls, 1 line drive to the warning track and left in the first inning. All 3 of those at bats as a lefty hitter. Bell batting about 37 points better as a righty hitter this season. And this looks like it might be playable for Hosmer. The second out. Bring up Corey Dickerson. Pirates Cardinals next Saturday afternoon, 4:05. Festivities will kick off on Federal Street. The Jim Beam Block Party, live music, food trucks, and alumni autographs with the Fort, Michael McHenry. Be one of the first 20,000 fans and get a Pirates camo hat presented by Dunkin' Donuts. For tickets, go to pirates.com next Saturday afternoon, 4:05. Pirates Cardinals. Middle game of that 3-game series, and the Cubs come in.
It'll be a heck of a block party. Michael out there. Jim Beam. Nice hat. Might have to attend.
Dickerson 0 for 3. We're convinced that Polanco is going to be on the move.
I think it's a very good possibility. I think they're right to be concerned.
Maybe too concerned. Attention now on the base runner. 2-0 count. A couple of righties, Kirby Yates, Adam Simber loosened in San Diego's bullpen. But 2 lefty hitters due up after Dickerson, Moran and Meadows. Thinking maybe that Clint Hurdle might pinch hit for Moran. They're ready with the righties in case. With each throw over there, the fans
didn't like that, did they?
Yeah, more and more
huge reaction.
Disturbed by it, less patient.
Okay, Polanco. Well, now he's creeping back the other way. For a moment, it looked like there he goes again. Kind of thought he'd go. Just hasn't felt comfortable reading that left-hander apparently. Dickerson worked all the way to a 2-2 count. 12 feet, 13, big lead.
Slap toward left, it's a foul ball. And Polanco just now realizing it was called foul by Ron Kolpa.
He's at second base. Hey, if you're any doubt, keep going hard and make them send you back. That's better than the opposite. You know, thinking that it's a foul ball and shutting it down on a fair ball. About 6 inches in foul territory.
Polanco only now realizing it's foul. And Dickerson.
So he thought it was that was a case there of like, well, I think it's a foul ball, and he started to stop at first, and he saw Polanco going and like, well, I'll go ahead and run the second base. They can tell me to go back and hit again. Good idea.
Tapped foul. Mentioning Michael McHenry being out the block party next week. Well, he was out at Hampton today, a youth baseball clinic. Actually, this was yesterday. Fort out in Hampton. Teaching the kids, putting on a nice little clinic.
That was a home run. Oh, no, he stuck in the fence. Boy, that was a good exit velocity.
Ground roll double.
For a moment, I thought he popped it up and hit it in the parking lot.
That's popped up. That's out of play. Matt Strom is in his first year with the Padres. Acquired last summer from Kansas City. Finished the season on the disabled list. Towards center, Margot will make the catch. Bucks leave a man in the 7th, tied up, heading to the 8th.
His 2-run homer in the 6th, part of the 4 runs for the Buccos, and he is also going to be our guest from Cincinnati on Tuesday for Twitter Tuesday. Use the hashtag Bucks Tuesday, I should say. Any question you might have for Austin Meadows concerning his debut, the home run, what he did with his first couple baseballs the other night from his Major League debut, all great stuff. He's a very personable guy, really likable guy, and he will answer your questions on Twitter Tuesday. So anybody that has him, just use the hashtag Bucks Tuesday and send him along, Greg. We look forward to getting to know this young man quite well as his big league career gets off to a fast start.
And there it is, hashtag Bucks Tuesday. Pirates will be in Cincinnati as Meadows checks out the wind conditions. Tie game, 8th inning. Matt Caesar leads off against the new pitcher, Michael Felice. Caesar came on to play right field in the 6th.
Felice pitching very well this year. Quite a few more strikeouts and innings of work. Seems, I don't think anybody has come out and said it, but it seems like he's the new 8th inning guy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a lock now. See, close games, has been in there a couple times. The 8th. Pop up, infield, Moran or Mercer. Mercer calls for it.
Always Mercer if he wants it. Captain of the infield.
Mercer homered to tie the game, but it was Austin Meadows' home run that got the Bucks to within 1, and a Point Park University tweet from the family. Congrats. Family going crazy. First home run.
A lot of excitement when that ball was sailing over that fence, both in the Pirate dugout and back in the seats.
Travis Jankowski, 0 for 3. So along a couple of birthday wishes. Happy 21st birthday to Brennan Carraza, celebrating a birthday. And a very special happy birthday wish to Tracy Nadio, her husband Dale, son Jerome on the crew. Two and one. They're going to hold a Tracy Nadio breast cancer benefit on Saturday, June the 2nd. American Slovak Society. The strike is called in Bradenville, Pennsylvania. And we wish Tracy all the best. She's a trooper. I hope they have a big night in a couple of weeks. Oh, thought they might ring him up. They did not. It is 3-2 on Jankowski.
Looked like he did hold it up. I thought he went.
To the shortstop. Mercer to Bell.
Well, he can run. Got him by half a step on a routine ground ball. Another one of those young players we keep talking about that they have. Really showing a lot of promise. Keeping an eye on these guys a little bit. There's always a couple of teams you check the box scores and all that kind of thing. You look at first. After seeing this Padre crew in person now, I'm a little more interested in how they're doing when they're out of sight out on the West Coast.
We're in the middle of a significant rebuild. This one taking shape unlike when they got all the attention about the 3 winners back. Made all the trades, spent all the money, and they were the talk of baseball. Ended up having to tear that down. And went young. They did acquire Hosmer as a free agent. 8-year deal. He's able to opt out after 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I guess as the team, you would hope that he would opt out.
Yeah, because that means he's playing well.
He's playing great, and he wants
even more money.
Yeah.
But so that means if he actually plays the entire 8 years part of the contract, does not opt out, that means he didn't perform as well. Michael Felice, a 1-2-3-8 after Edgar Santana pitched a 1-2-3-7, still knotted up at 4. Get Pirates home screen icons and features like the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Youngsters hoping for a come-from-behind Pirates victory, and Kirby Yates.
Hey, Yates, one of those guys, been very tough coming out of the Padre pen. Opponent batting average just 140. So 20 strikeouts in 17 innings.
Third time the Pirates see him in this series. That's ripped into right center field by Colin Moran. And quickly in the gap to cut it off. Well done by Caesar.
Excellent job by Caesar. That would have been great for us, a leadoff double.
Time for Built for Baseball, presented by T-Mobile. Here's the Austin Meadows home run, his first in the major leagues, with a man on and 2 outs in the 6th inning. 420 feet. Made it a 4-3 game. Moments later, Jordy Mercer tied it with a home run, and the proud family. And Dad with a wow. Meadows 2 for 3 in this game. A couple of hits in his first game in the big leagues Friday. And the Padres are protecting against a possible bunt with Villanueva well in on the grass. Still trying to figure out whether they might bunt. Sean Rodriguez is now pinch running for Moran. Meadows was riding a 7-game hitting streak when he got the call up. A homer and 15 RBIs this season at AAA. First round pick of the Pirates in 2013. Injuries slowed his progress. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-4 game. Blocked by the veteran Ellis.
Keep that one in front of him. That was a tough one there. That ball hit barehanded. That couldn't feel very good, but that ball hit 1.5 feet, maybe even more, out in front of home plate. A couple of good defensive plays here. One by Caesar to cut that ball off in the gap. And now a real strong block on a very wild pitch.
Two and two. And up the middle, Austin Meadows has 3 hits today on a 2-2 pitch. First and second, nobody out.
Right back over the mound. He takes a ball that's like a little sinker, kind of the knees, outside half. Doesn't get out there too quick. It's going to be a ground ball to second if he does. Right back through the middle. Margot, nice job of getting in on that ground ball and making sure that Shanron couldn't get the third.
Again, his family, many in from the Atlanta area where he grew up, and some from McKeesport, extended family. A couple of great aunts still living in McKeesport. Dad's mom raised in McKeesport, and now Jordy Mercer. Possible that they would bunt here, so corner infielders are in. David Freese on deck in a conference on the mound to talk about all this. Mercer, who homered his last at bat, is swinging the bat well. Shows bunt, takes ball 1.
Well, the reason that they would have him bunt here if he continues to try and get it down, they want an opportunity to have a man at third base and just 1 out.
That last time he had a sacrifice bunt, September of 2016. Kirby Yates now looking at the signs from Villanueva, relaying them from the dugout. Mercer, a proficient bunter, however. He had 7 total 2 years ago, but not here. changing things up, Clint Hurdle.
Well, they faked like they had the wheel play on. Galvis broke to third base, and now I don't know if that was, why Mercer swung, but when the shortstop breaks to go to third base, you don't want to bunt. Now they didn't charge from third base, so not sure what happened there, but definitely Galvis is faking the wheel play.
Same thing. Fakes it again and stops.
It's just a fake. Watch Galvis. He's running, and that tries to make you think that there's a wheel play and you need to swing the bat. But Villanueva is not charging. In a regular wheel play, Galvis is going to continue all the way to third base, which releases the third baseman to charge hard at a possible bunt to his side so they can get that force out at third.
Boy, they got all kinds of stuff going on here. They had Galvis sprinting, and I don't know if he was going to stop again or not, but then Yates turns and looks towards second.
Nobody's covering second base. I feel like I'm in Omaha.
And swings away, and it's 2-2. Now, most times you take the bunt off with 2 strikes on a position player. We saw that the other day. I think John Wayner was on with us and said, you know, surprised more teams don't keep that bunt on for players who are proficient at bunting, even with 2 strikes. And he goes down swinging. Now David Freese.
Pirates hoping to have Freese come up to hit. Second, third, just 1 out. But that's not the case. It's going to take a base hit now.
Freese 2 for 4 in past matchups against Yates. Kirby Yates pitched on Friday night. A scoreless inning. He did hit a batter, Gregory Polanco, walked Josh Bell, but he got a couple of strikeouts. Corey Dickerson, Colin Moran. 1 1/3 scoreless innings on Thursday night. And that got Freese. And bases are loaded.
I meant that hit it. I didn't mean for it.
So now they are loaded for Josh Harrison, and now a fly ball could do the trick.
And they're going to hold things up right here. They're going to look and see if that hit the knob of the bat. I could hear the tick. Hit the glove.
That glove that Josh Harrison is now wearing, the same type of glove that David Freese has.
If it didn't have the pad on, it hits nothing.
So the extended padding, listen again. It got that padding, and that's the glove that Jay is now wearing.
You could hear, that's why it made that click sound like that, and that's what the umpire heard.
Josh tried all kinds of gloves to see which one was the most comfortable and went with this one that Freese wears, and it's certainly been a good luck glove with 3 hits today upon his return off the DL. The base hit in the first, a double to center field in the third, and an infield hit in the 5th. Infield in.
And now you have that scenario with fly ball gives us the lead.
There's a fly ball. Center field, this will be plenty deep. Jay going to give the Pirates the lead. What a difference does he make? 5-4. Number 5 brings in number 5 for the Buccos.
Easy on those high fives. I want to get that hand. That's sore. We need you, buddy.
Josh Harrison, as soon as he hits it, knows he just gave the Buccos the lead.
That's it. You love to have that runner at third base with just one out.
Quite an impact.
I should say.
Back about a week early than was initially anticipated.
See how animated he is in the dugout?
Yeah.
Now, even though he's talking and stuff while he was on the DL, you didn't see that.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that he brings. It gets the excitement level in that dugout really gets raised when he's in the ball game.
It has been a tough day for Polanco, but he drew the walk in the 7th. He has had men on base in 3 of his 4 plate appearances. Runner takes off from first. Popped up foul territory. Now the Bucks take the lead as Polanco fouls out. Josh Harrison officially 3 for 4. And this swing gives the Pirates the lead. Felipe will come on to try and earn the save. As you enjoy Miller Lite, look forward to the Hold True moment later in tonight's game. Or today's. Jay Hay. Sean Rodriguez pinch running, and he scored the run on the sacrifice fly. He stays in the ball game to play out in right, and David Freese takes over at third base. Here's Felipe.
Vasquez has done extremely well in save situations. And the only reason his ERA is even in the mid-2s is because there's been a couple of hiccups in non-save situations. But when he's trying to put one away, he has been extremely good. 98, strike 1.
3, 4, 5 in the order.
That's it, right? It's extremely good.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Extremely
Sounds good. Real good.
I wanted to just say great.
No, you could do that. Base hit, solidly hit. Pirela, his first hit of the day, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Pirates head to Cincinnati. 3-game series. Jamison Tyone goes for the Pirates against Matt Harvey on Tuesday night. Coverage starts at 6:30 with Pirates pregame presented by W.B. Mason. First of 3 with the Reds, and then back home to face off against the Cardinals and Cubs. A 6-game homestand starting next Friday night. Villanueva homered in the 4th.
This is the scary guy to have up there right now. Dozen home runs on the year. Get past this at bat.
A couple of strikes on him. Homered in the 4th. Homered last night. And he just reaches out and drops it into center field. First and second.
Back-to-back changeups on him.
No, 1 out.
It's a pretty good pitch too. Look at the location here. It's off the plate by about 6 inches. You kind of, I think, put that one back in your safe deposit box for when you're in San Diego. You remember that pitch, and maybe work him inside if the occasion calls for it.
Now Spangenberg, lefty hitter, bats for Yates. Pirates anticipating a bunt, and ball 1. Now a pinch runner over at first base. Frenchie Cordero for Villanueva. Big time threat here by the Padres in the 9th.
Yeah, I'm hoping they mess this bunt up.
Bunt, foul, and you can see that Cervelli was thinking third.
Yep, if that ball would have just stayed fair territory, just a little moment, he had the force out at third base.
First and second, nobody out. Spangenberg. Last night a pinch hit home run off of George Contos for him. But up there to bunt. And bunts it foul. Now what does Andy Green do with him? A couple of strikes, tough lefty on the mound.
I bet you he has him bunt again. Just from what you just said, tough lefty on the mound. A strikeout pitcher.
What does Rivero throw to get a strikeout?
And Spangenberg just called time, and he wanted the signs again.
Make sure, yeah.
I think he was probably got the bunt sign a second time, and as you pointed out earlier, regular players aren't used to seeing it with 2 strikes. He's swinging wrong.
2-2.
Look down again. Well, hit a nice ground ball right at somebody here. Let's get a double play if you're going to swing.
That would have been nice. A shout out to a great Pirates fan, 104 years old, from Benola, Pennsylvania, down the Mon River, past Elizabeth, PA. Bernice Alliger Byrne. watching her Buccos on AT&T Sportsnet. And then, wow, foul ball, 98 miles an hour. How in the world did he do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How did he get a piece of that? Look at the location. After fouling off the breaking ball, to be able to touch that. That hit that might have hit down on the unpainted part of his bat, by the way. That's how deep in the kitchen that Felipe was able to get that fastball.
Another foul. 97. Vasquez saved his 9th game of the season on Thursday. Struck out each of the 3 batters he faced. Manuel Margot, Franmil Reyes, Travis Jankowski in order. Wow. You don't see this very often against Felipe, especially left-hand hitters. And Spangenberg is just 2 for 13 this season against left-handed pitching. Still 2-2. And he grounds it to the shortstop, Mercer. Oh, he throws it off the glove of Harrison. This is going to tie the game. 5-5.
Oh, we went from just what the doctor ordered, the ground ball at an infielder, to disaster on that one. Very wide. Even if he catches this, I don't know if Jay was able to keep his foot on the bag. And still nobody out now.
Wow. And the batter is Freddie Galvis. Ball 1. Go-ahead run for the Padres now in the person of Franchi Cordero at third. No RBI for Spangenberg. Error charge to Mercer. And now Galvis bunts, and this is going to give them the lead. And safe at first. Padres take the lead.
Still don't have an out.
Josh Harrison gets the ball. Odd looking play there.
At first, Jay was going to get the ground ball. And that cost him a step or two as far as going toward first base.
Out comes Ray Searage. The Pirates are going to have to get somebody up in their bullpen, as Vasquez has not gotten a lot of swings and misses here. Something that we're not used to seeing. Richard Rodriguez. What a turn of events here. Perella, the leadoff hit to right. The base hit by Villanueva to center.
I mean, it's going to be difficult to turn the spigot off now. There's still nobody out in this inning. And it seems this ground ball. It's not like, you know, they've come out here and they're hitting the balls in, you know, gap shots or something. Just little pin pricks.
Yeah. First blown save of the year for Felipe Vasquez. First since September last year against the Cardinals. And now Ellis bunts, and it's a foul ball.
Almost looked like that ball came back up and got him, but apparently it didn't, or somebody would have said something. They got his foot. They hit his foot.
Ellis doubled and scored in the 5th. September 22nd last year against the Cardinals. Last blown save. And now runners take off. And a double steal.
Caught us sleeping a little bit on that one. Felipe has to do a better job at holding the runner at third base. And Cervelli didn't catch the ball anyway. Or he caught it, but then ended up dropping it. But I don't think he even had a play at third, regardless.
Spangenberg, his third steal, is at third base, and still nobody out, and it's a 3-1 count on Ellis.
And Felipe's thrown 22 pitches now so far. And that's always something that they're watching with their closer. Everybody is. They don't. Once the save is blown, then a lot of times they'll get him out of there real quick.
Yeah.
They don't want to get that pitch count. They don't want the extra strain on the arm.
Lined into right center field. This is going to score 2 runs. A 4-run inning for the Padres. A.J. Ellis brings home Spangenberg and Galvis.
And that is going to be it. It's going to come and remove his closer and throw the bullpen.
Of the 24 pitches Felipe threw, only 2 swings and misses in this disastrous 9th inning. As A.J. Ellis drives home a pair to give the Padres a 3-run lead, and still no one out. 5-4 lead. And this is Felipe back in the dugout. Took off his shoe and rubbing his ankle, and now limps.
Yeah, let's hope that there's nothing serious wrong as he limped back out of the dugout.
And now Richard Rodriguez trying to get it out here in the ninth. Margot was showing bunt. Two and 0. A strike is called. Pirates battled back down 4-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-out 2-run homer from Austin Meadows. Jordy Mercer followed with a home run. And the Pirates take the lead in the bottom of the 8th on the sacrifice fly by Josh Harrison. When you have a guy like Felipe Vasquez in your bullpen, feel really comfortable that you're going to come away with a win.
Yeah, I have to admit I had this one chalked up the W column.
And that's hit hard into right field. Padres relentless here in the 9th.
Still nobody out.
And Matt Caesar will step to the plate. Caesar's lone at bat to pop up in the 8th inning. Came on to play right field in the 6th. And this inning and the Pirates half of the 8th has been a lot of players squaring to bunt. They had a suicide squeeze, did the Padres in the 5th inning. Jordan Lyles, the pitcher, squeezed home a run. The bunt by Freddie Galvis went as a bunt single here in the 9th. Pirates could not get a bunt down in the bottom of the 8th. Two and 1 on Caesar. And that's bunted foul. The Pirates and the Padres, each team with 7 bunts this season.
Seems like there's been way more squaring around trying to bunt than actual bunting so far.
By comparison, just in case you're wondering, the Cincinnati Reds have the most successful sacrifice bunts this season in the league, 21. And bounce to third. 1. They won't get 2, and that was in the dirt. Freeze to Harrison for the first out finally. And now Travis Jankowski. Infield will come in. He's a tough man to double up. 0 for 4 today.
Fall out of your chair if you see him punt here.
Yeah. Take it from an expert on that, by the way, Bob Walk. Don't fall out of your chair. From Lancaster, PA, Travis Jankowski. Ellis at third, a 2-run single for the veteran catcher. Caesar at first. And now Conference on the mound. Good time for us to thank a lady who has helped us for so many years, 18 years in the Pirates organization. Today is officially her last day. Director of Community Relations, Michelle Copabianco. Michelle, thanks so much. We had a nice little going away party for her. The Pirates front office did the other day, and she has been so good to us over the years, and she is going to stay home and raise her family, and we wish her all the best. Thank her for all her great work over the years. Two 2-0 on Jankowski. Richard Rodriguez saw the numbers, the strikeouts, 17 innings, 29 punchouts, no walks. Could use one here. Currently a save situation. Lefty Brad Hand is their closer. And Simber back up just in case they score another run or two. Won't have to use Hand. Runner goes from first. 2-2. Where are all the swings and misses?
Maybe it's the Padres. Since you get two guys out there in this last inning that have generated a ton of swings and misses this year, and they're not happening now. Rodriguez all year long has been having great success with that fastball of his up in the strike zone. That pitch right there, how many times has that been made contact with?
This is crazy.
Well, maybe it's the guys with the blue on that are just doing a good job today.
There's Mark McGuire there as the bench coach, and Matt Stairs, the hitting coach, is on your right. The Padres have struck out more than any team in baseball or in the National League. 458 punchouts.
There's one. That's the pitch that nobody's been able to make contact with. It's not the velocity. This is only 92, and it's not even really the location. That's belt high, middle of the plate. But Rodriguez this year has just had that knack of having to swing and miss at that pitch.
The only team in baseball that has struck out more than these Padres, the Texas Rangers. Now Hosmer, 9th man to hit in the inning. There's Mercer. And that'll do it. Pirates certainly have their work cut out for them now. Down 3. here. 8-5 Padres. A.J. Ellis, 2-run single for insurance. They score 4. And Spangenberg, who pinch hit that ground ball to Jordy Mercer. Mercer's throw past Harrison, quite costly.
Brad Hand's numbers this year: 37 strikeouts. He'll throw a lot of sliders.
Cervelli faces
Rally
Brad
hats
Hand.
on.
And the Rally bubble gum. You blow the bubble and you stick it on your nose, and that can lead to some runs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to do, to get it to just
stick right there.
Yeah, so that's the key. If you can get it to stick, that will help a rally. Nothing's automatic, but that.
Do what you got to do.
Yep.
Brad Hand pitched on Friday, a 4-out save. Three 3-0.
Need base runners, a lot of patience now.
Take a 4-pitch walk.
And has quite a few walks this year. So that's the one thing that might help us out here, is a couple of base on balls. We helped them out. Now it's time for them to give us a hand.
Not even worth a response, really.
Not really.
Josh Bell looks for his first hit. Pop up to center. 1 out. Now Corey Dickerson pulled off a pretty amazing feat the other night against Brad Hand when he collected a hit. It was the first hit in 27 at-bats for a left-handed hitter against Brad Hand. Ended up with a leadoff double in the ninth, but the Pirates couldn't move him, representing the tying run, and Hand set down the next 3. This is going to be the second out. The Pirates are down to their last out. Sean Rodriguez. Rally hat on, but looking a little bleak here.
Yeah, not working so far. Been a bleak 9th inning. Period.
Pirates will give Cervelli second base. The Padres do. Ball one. These 4-game series this season. The Pirates won the first 4-game set over the Reds in early April here at PNC Park. They took 3 of 4, but they're 1 out away from losing 3 consecutive 4-game series. They were swept in Philadelphia, swept in Washington. Maybe stick with the 3-gamers for a while.
Just for the heck of it, Greg, I'd like to see another wide one here, ball 4, and get Osuna up there with representing the tying run.
He is going to pinch hit for Meadows should Rodriguez reach.
Would be a special.
Give them a chance.
Yep. That would be just like the Pirates to pull this one out.
Yep. Well,
there it is.
They
Ball
do.
4.
They get the chance. Osuna pinch hitting for Meadows. Which makes all the sense in the world. When you look at those splits, lefties just don't have a prayer really against Hand, and now it is Osuna.
And you're kind of hoping for a long ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 outs, and the tying run is at the plate. It would be something if he got a hold of one.
Well, Hand has given up a pair of home runs this season. Most of the year has been spent at AAA for Osuna this season. Brad Hand, 28-year-old from Minneapolis, his 3rd year with the Padres. Former Marlins starter. And a ground ball to second. And a flip and a safe, and the bases are loaded.
Hey,
how about that little mess up?
Why the flip? Why not throw to first base? Even if that ball's not dropped, Shonrad's safe, isn't he? I think that's
routine out at first base.
Yeah, very routine out at first base.
Good job by Rodriguez hustling.
Well, nobody's holding him on at first, so he's getting a great jump off the bag.
Perella.
Yeah, if he catches that ball, that Shonrad's still going to be safe.
So now they're loaded for Mercer. Wouldn't this be something?
This would, the Osuna home run would have been something.
This would have been, that would have tied it.
Mercer, this would be incredible.
A big swing would be, well, it'd be off the charts. Mercer 3 for 11 in his career against Brad Hand. Remember, it was Mercer's error in the top of the inning that was so costly. Mercer's home run tied it in the 6th. And now it's 0-2. Oh, he really has to bear down. Cervelli, Rodriguez, Osuna, and Mercer at the plate.
Osuna's the one that counts.
2 strikes on Mercer. 1-2. Pirates losing the previous 2 games to the Padres, but threatened to at least tie it. Mercer lines it to third. And the Padres come back after the Pirates had come back to take the lead. San Diego wins the last 3 games of the series.
Yeah, this one, it's going to be tough. Got to think about it till Tuesday. This one won't be easy. As I said earlier, I had this one chalked up as a W. That lead in the 9th inning. Pirates don't give up too many of those, but it happened today.
Brad Hand earns the save. And the Padres take 3 of 4. They head to DC. Pirates will be heading to Cincinnati tomorrow. We go out to Dan and Michael.
All kinds of drama unfolding in the 9th inning here at PNC Park. Unfortunately, not enough drama for the boys wearing black and gold. And maybe that's something with Felipe Velasquez and the San Diego Padres. Back in 2016, when he was Felipe Rivero at a national, he failed to get an out in an appearance against the San Diego Padres. Enters today, does the same, but he was throwing smoke, and credit the Padres for staying alive.
Man, they had good at bat after good at bat. It's a 9th inning or top of the 9th inning. He's going to want to soon forget. He's going to shout away, move forward. But there were so many good storylines up to that point, so many twists and turns. These guys are so exciting to watch play. You never know what's going to happen. You're on the edge of your seat. Even to that last out right there, Mercer hitting a missile and it getting caught with the bases loaded against one of the better closers in the game. You just never know what's going to happen with these guys. It's incredible. Unfortunate how it turned out today, but they get an off day tomorrow, regroup, and then they go into a struggling Cincinnati and hopefully turn it all around like they've done 2 or 3 times already.
Yeah, that would certainly be nice. Well, just as we promised earlier in the game, it's time for our Miller Lite Hold True moment. And you got to tip your cap to J-Hay. Josh Harrison, who about 5 weeks ago sustained a broken bone in his left hand. After a 3-game rehab assignment, returns today. 3 hits and a sack that would help add to, the Pirates' comeback this afternoon, but it comes up just short. But still, great to see him back in action, great to see his fire and his intensity, not only in the dugout, but of course, back on the base paths. Okay, we are just getting started. Still to come, we'll take you inside the Pirate Clubhouse for a player reaction of what happened this afternoon. You will also hear from manager Clint Hurdle. Extended highlights of this afternoon's contest and analysis from the Fort. Michael McHenry will also check the out-of-town scoreboard with highlights from around the NL Central Division. That and much more, and it's all coming up next live from PNC Park on Pirates Postgame, presented by Allegheny Health Network.